Okay. So nice to meet you. My name is Seader. I'm the editor-in-chief for our Cal Times, so thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview.
Yep.
So the first question that I have is, what is the best piece of motivational advice you have been given to encourage someone who plays hockey?
Just not ever give up. I mean, it's tough to do, and you just got to never give up and make sure you don't. There's gonna be bad times and good times, and you just got to stay even keeled, and it's just whatever you got to do, just never give up.
True. So the second question is, how do you feel being a Penguin alongside the Pens trio of Crosby, Malkin, and Letang, given that they now hold the record for the longest tenure as teammates in North American sports history?
Yeah, it's pretty special for me to go to the rink every day and see those guys and just what they've meant for this city, and it's pretty special for me just to be able to be teammates and friends with those guys. So, I don't take it for granted, but each day you're still kind of in awe of what they do and how long they've done it for. So it's been pretty fun for me.
And then the third question is, what is your favorite memory with Dan Potash, given he is such a strong media representative for the Penguins?
He just always keeps it light. I mean, the sweater he wore of me, ugly sweater, was pretty funny. So, he's someone that can keep it light, and he makes it fun. So, he's just a fun guy. I like him a lot.
The fourth question I have for you is, we all love the Jake Shake. If another player could get their own flavor milkshake or dessert named after them, who would it be and why?
That's tough. I mean, a lot of guys are big dessert guys, but probably Tanger. I mean, he eats a lot of dessert, so I'm not sure what he would do. But, it's been fun to kind of have that shake, and kind of a special thing that's kind of growing around Pittsburgh a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, Jake, thanks for doing the interview with us. Greatly appreciate it. So one question I wanted to ask is, I know it's early on in the season. You had a little experience in preseason. What's it like working the power play with Carlson since he joined the squad?
Yeah, he's an unbelievable player. I mean, you just watch him from what he does on the ice, and you always got to be ready because he can find passes that many people can't. So it's been fun to be with him for a little bit, and hopefully we'll gain some more chemistry here.
And want to go back, rookie season in Nashville, winning the Cup. What was that experience like for you? First year in the league, getting to do that.
Yeah, it was insane. I mean, you don't really realize how hard it is to get back to that time. So, pretty cool moment for me and my family, and obviously doing whatever it takes to get back there.
All right, thanks, Jake.
Yeah, no.
All right, I'm Jon Sakaguchi here with News Center for CUTV. Joining with me, Penguins Hall of Famer Phil Bourque. Phil, thanks for joining us. So just a couple quick questions for you. One of them, what was it like getting the chance to play with Mario for all those years?
Oh, man. Mario, I'll be honest with you. Mario is a special person off the ice. First, can I talk about how special of a person he is? And he's so gracious. He's he helped me get the job that I have now in the radio. But being on I say this to people all the time. He really was the natural. I mean, he was a guy. I don't mean this in the wrong way, but he didn't really work really hard at his game. Right. It just came so natural to him. And people ask me all the time, "Hey, Bourque, who's better, Gretzky or Lemieux?" And I say Mario, because he did so many different things. He, killed penalties. He blocked shots. He's physical. And he had to play with guys like Phil Bourque. So that makes him even more special.
Well, that leads me to my next question. Was after your playing career, how did you end up going into the broadcasting career?
Well, I went 3 years without working, which was very humbling for me. Anybody's had to go through that before. And I eventually became, for choice of better words, a little bit desperate. I needed a job. And I picked up the phone, I called Mario and said, "Hey, man, I need help." And he said, "Hey, meet me. I'm playing golf this afternoon. Meet me for lunch." And he said, "Just, stay by your phone, get out there, start networking, get your name, get your face out there, and stay by your phone." And sure enough, he gave me a call and said, "Hey, I might have something for you." And that's when Eddie Olczyk went from the TV booth to head coach. Bob Erie went from radio to TV, and I slid in on the radio side, and that was 20 years ago.
So, what advice would you give to younger or like the next generation of broadcasters, what they want to do to become a broadcaster, or like whether it be with the Penguins or any big NHL team?
That's a great question. My best advice: get out there. When you see a camera, you see a microphone, just do it. And the things that make you the most afraid, those are the things you need to do. Get in front of a group and speak. You might stink the first time, it doesn't matter. You'll be better the next time. And when you get comfortable doing that, and speak from the heart, that's the other thing. No matter what if you're calling a sport or whatever you're doing, when you're speaking, speak from the heart, because people will realize that's meaningful, that's interesting to me. And so that's the advice I give myself every day.
Now, one more question for you. I talked about getting to work with the legend on the ice. What was it like to get to work with the legend off the ice in Mike Lang?
It was the best. He helped me become a broadcaster. To that point, I thought I was a good broadcaster because I played the game for a long time. But Mikey, just in a very kind of subtle way, through all the years we worked together, he's like, hey, Bourque, you know, when you did this, like maybe next time try this. So all those little tips that he gave me, I listened, and I took it to heart. And he taught me about using my voice as an instrument, and that you don't always have to be louder, isn't always better. To learn the texture of your voice, speak clear. When there's a time and a moment to get excited, that's the time to use that. But just an absolute legend, a Hall of Famer, and still one of my best friends.
All right. Thanks, Phil.
You're welcome.
So I have a couple questions. The first one is, I know you have a long history with Cal U and now Penn West, California. How many years have you been promoting the Vulcans?
Oh, man, it's at least 10. I was just thinking as I was driving out here, it's at least 10, maybe 12 years. And I was just telling somebody 10 minutes ago that the first time I drove onto that campus, I don't know what it was. I didn't go to college. I wouldn't play junior hockey up in Canada. But the first time I drove on that campus, I was looking around going, I love this place. I don't know what it was. I just had this connection, and ever since then, anytime I've been asked to do anything, whether it's speak to a group or be here at the arena to support the Falcons, the answer's been yes.
Vulcan Nation definitely appreciates you being involved for so many years. The next question I have is, what would it take to get a big yeehaw from you?
A cowboy hat and maybe Richard Bazzi. No, we even need Richard Bazzi. Just the cowboy hat.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. You want it?
Yes.
Yee-haw!
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.